junior last year, out with the men this year. And not doing a bad job at all. Now Mark Lyons in the 43 car. Graham Randall tries to come up. Over the line, won't get there. 52 for a start. Green's down and we're away. Top of Wheat very nicely. Rick Sankey's right in there with him. And Lyons, he tucks in behind. They come around to put the... get through the first two corners. Tumbleweed's in there. Here's Lyons. Now have a look at Sankey. Sankey up the inside of Tumbleweed. Sankey's going to get the... Oh, he's getting crossed up, Sankey. Can he pick up the pieces? He gets it back together again. He had a shot there at Tumbleweed, but the car was crossed up and just couldn't quite get it back in. Sankey, he's trying hard. Have a look at Lyons. The out on the high line. Just going to open the door for Randall. Randall moves in on Lyons. And that was a bad move there by young Mark Lyons because he's been shuffled out now. He's going to have to try and drive up until he can find a hole to get back in. And it ain't going to happen that easy. Simon Jones comes up. Now he's got half a chance to tuck in. Jones is still on the inside. He'll lock him out as they come through. Randall blocks Jones's path there, so he loses a bit of ground. But it's Tumbleweed out in front from Sankey. Then it's Randall. Then it's Jones and Lyons. He's dropped back a long way. Jason Meekins is starting to make a move there. And then we go back to Scotty Cornwall. Colin Campbell comes up the inside of Cornwall there. Simon Jones goes out wide. Lyons, he's got the inside running. Lyons, he up the inside there, takes Simon Jones and puts himself back in forward position. Scotty Cornwall gets tangled up there with Colin Campton as he comes up, tries to shut the gate. Look at Sankey, he's hanging the tail right out, brings it back down again. These guys get pretty bad income. Scotty Cornwall comes down on Jason Lincoln's car, back in the back there, looking for a way round. These cars are certainly shot out. Here's Randall now, Sankey's gone wide. Randall's got the whole shot. He's up inside there as Meekins goes out wide, loses a lot of ground. Randall now up into second. Sankey's going to make a comeback on the high line, hangs the tail right out, but Randall's got the dry line. He brings it around nicely to Sankey, trying to run down Randall in the new car there. Scotty Cornwall is up now into sixth position as they go around Sankey, looking for a run on Randall. Jones is back there in fourth, then it's Lyons in fifth, Cornwall in sixth, back to Colin Campton, and then we go back to Carl Dingley. They come around, it's still out in front. Mark Topperwin in the 89 car. From I think Sankey's got a problem, he's pulled out. Jones is in there, Lyons is right with Jones now. So whatever happened to Sankey, he's pulled off in the 2-4 radiators car. Now Lyons, he's Simon Jones. Lyons up the inside of Jones. Lyons has got the hole there. He's straight up the inside of Simon Jones. Back to fourth goes Jones. Cornwall's back there in fifth spot. And then Campton as our leader, Copperweed, comes around. Randall cruising along with the 52 car. Then we've got the freight train. Lyons, Jones, and then Cornwall. Cornwall drifts it out a little bit. Can he tuck in now? He's got Colin Campton right on the inside of him there. Campton runs up the inside. There's a dent in your new car now, Scotty, as Colin Campton gives the driver's door a bit of a nudge with a bumper. They come around and Lyons hangs the tail out. Colin Campton's still trying hard there as Cornwall in the passenger car. Recycles the 8 comes around. Campton tries to get in the inside again. Simon Jones has got in the inside of Lyons again. This is Holt versus Ford back there for third spot. Lyons on the outside, Simon Jones on the inside. Cornwall's come back into it again as he tries to pick him up. There's a black and white coming out for someone. Who's it going to be? The black and white is on Simon Jones. Simon Jones with the black and white. Colin Campton who's shuffled behind. He's back out there. So Mark Lyons has dropped back a bit. This has been a real good race, this one. It's not before young Lyons, he won the first one and did it easy. Now he's back in sixth spot and working hard. Carl Dingley's in seventh, just hanging on. The white flag comes out for Mark Topperweed. He's done it easy out in front. Graham Randall, I think he just concedes his second spot. He's sitting there and doing it really easy. Then we go back to Simon Jones, Scotty Cornwall. They're on the last lap. Cornwall loses ground to Jones, hangs the tail out, loses a lot of ground. And Simon Jones pulls away. Then Lyons, he back behind Colin Campton. The checker flag will come out though for Topperweed in the 89 car. Topperweed takes the checkers from 52 and then 56, and Colin Campton goes around. Carl Dingley gets tangled up in the middle of that and has taken the front off the Dingley car. It was bad luck there, but then he gets away very nicely. Scotty Cornwall in the Cassia car, recycling. Simon Jones second, Sankey now. Oh, Scotty Cornwall's drifted right out to the wall. Simon Jones has grabbed the lead. Graham Randall and Rick Sankey. There's a real good drag. Cornwall recovers, but has lost the lead to Simon Jones. Cornwall goes in As I said, this track will be a little bit cruisy, and the car pushed out badly on him. Scotty Cornwall now, he seems to have got it all together, but he's got Graham Randall trying to work up the inside there. Scotty Cornwall works the wheel, brings it down there, Randall's on the inside. Can he do it right? It's pushing out again, it's going straight to the wall again. And Randall's through this time, takes it right off the wall there, Scotty Cornwall. Sankey's into fourth, and then Tomaway back in fifth. Lyonsy in sixth, Colin Campbell in seventh, with Meekins in eighth, and McElwain brings up the rear. Sankey now has Cornwall. The car just not doing the right thing. This track a bit cruisy, and I'd say maybe he needs some tyres with the lift. The car just pushes out badly in this corner. He comes in this time, he takes it a little bit easier and gets it right. So he comes out of the corner nicely. Now he's up there with Randall and going to put the pressure on him. But the trouble is he's an outside runner, and the car has been washing out when he gets out into the loose stuff. He comes around the top again, Cornwall, and loses a bit of ground. Out in front, Simon Jones, but Randall starts to put the pressure on him. Randall up the inside of Jones. Jones has to concede the race line, and this will wash him out. Can he get it back down? Because Cornwall stopped the low line there. Cornwall hasn't got to the front to stay with him at this stage. Sankey's back in fourth, Tomaway in fifth. We've got Meekins in a bit of trouble at the back now, loses a lot of ground, but this is a good race. Have a look at this for a freight train. As Randall comes around, Simon Jones, and then it's young Cornwall. Sankey going to be a veteran now. Rick Sankey's been in quite a while in the full bore radiators. Falcon back in fourth, Tomaway. Movers in the last couple of years by Tomaway, and he sits back there in fifth position. Sixth place, young Lyonsy, the former Victorian junior champion, and won his first heat here, but it's been a bit harder since then. They've all seemed to have got on the place. Then we go back to Colin Campbell, then it's a long way back to Meekins and McElwain. So this is a 7-car freight train up the front almost. There's a car waiting between each one. Our leader, Graham Randall, he's had one win today already. I think, no he hasn't. He's our leader at the moment. Graham Randall was second in the first heat, he was second in the second heat. Graham Randall leads the third one. So making good for his points there. The 43 car. And then Tomaway won the second one. So Graham Randall can take this out on points over the day if he wins this one. He's had 2 seconds, and he doesn't look like he's going to lose this in a hurry. Sankey just cannot get up on Cornwall. Cornwall's doing a good job. Back there in third spot. Down the back straight they go again. Sankey trying to get up there with Cornwall, get past him. Cornwall washes out. I'd say Sankey will have him. Keeps it down fairly low though. Gets a bit twitchy. Sankey's with him. Graham Randall starts to open up the gap. Simon Jones. Simon Jones in a bunch of tours. Only 2 of them, but the other one's on the way back. He's dead last. They'll come around for the white flag this time around. Graham Randall in the 52 car. Brand new car. First time out, but the car obviously said, well, here's Sankey's chance. Cornwall's gone wide. Sankey slips through into third. Scotty Cornwall washed out across the ground. Rick Sankey up another spot. Tomaway has a look now. And Cornwall down the back straight. Cornwall just runs it a little bit wide and washes off. Too much pace. Comes around again. Cornwall, he's going a bit lower. Checkered flag now. Randall, Simon Jones, Rick Sankey. Then it's Cornwall, Tomaway, Ryan, and back to Colin Campbell. So
outside of him, they've got a good field of these. They're about ready to drop the flag as they blast on the front straight. It's Cornwall with the 13 car leads it out. Oh, Hammond's gone straight up and ran straight for the fence, and he's taken the front off Rob Lock's car. And that's just unbelievable. Like, I've never seen a bloke have so much trouble with everyone running into his car as Rob Lock. This is just unbelievable. But anyway, and they come around again. Onto the front straight. It's Cornwall leads them out into the 13 car. From the 24 car of Brad McCall. Then we go back to the 68 car there of Rick Sankey. Cornwall in the 13 car. Leading out from the 24 car there of Brad McClure. Then we go back to the 68 car, Rick second, and it's the 51 car, Scott Paul. Also moving up to there, you've got the 8 car, or 9 car, I think it is, of Mark. And we go back and we've got the tail enders here, we've got the 44 car of Trevor Ferguson, Robert Ross, the 2 modified boys, Stephen Hutchins in the 18, and the 34 car there, 34 of Pacey that I can see. It's all happening down the back, it's stick with the leaders in the street stocks, and it's Scott Palmer in the 13 car lead for now. That's on the bloody list. On the front straight, they come to Palmer. From the 24 car, around the floor, that's the sound of the floor, I lost the cylinder. And then we go back to Sankey, the 68 car with the 51 there of Scott Paul making a run of 4 at the front. As they start to bunch up now, Brad McClure tries to put a run on Cornwall, they're too wide, and they're also too wide with Transport, and it's over nice one of those 2 cars across the cylinder, if it's as they let them go. And it's the 52 car that leads them away. That's Randall from Ferguson. There's a bit of push and shove going on there with Sankey. Oh, Ferguson's going to go round right in front of him. Right, oh no, good save there from, they're going to yellow, they're going under yellow. Oh, Ferguson can get a bit better start this time. As they go down now, and it's the 52 car who's got away again to a real good start. And that's the car of Randall. Sankey got a good start too, and here comes Hammond around the outside in the 56 as they bunch up and go into turn 3. There's someone making a big move. That'll be Brad McClure right round the outside. They're 3 wide coming on. Oh, Hammond's gone again. As they come onto the straight and then straight into straight. They're getting ready for a start now. Let's see how they go. This is 3 times lucky. Ferguson, they lead on the lane. Certainly playing for keeps, and that's Sherman in the 69 car. He's got down Les Sankey. Brad McClure's making a mid run. The 13 car there of Cornwall also going well. As they come around the corner for the first time, they've sorted themselves out a little bit. And the leader is the 69 car of Sherman from the 52 car of Randall. Rick Sankey's there going too high there around Brad McClure. Then we go back to Cornwall. There's the, we're going to pick up the tail enders now as the leaders come onto the front straight. Some of these numbers are very hard to read. But it's Sherman. We know who the leader is. It's Sherman in the 69. Tom Rand with the 52. Sankey, Cornwall, Brad McClure. and they've dropped the flag. Leads them away down by about a car and a half length now. Randall's coming under pressure from Sankey, but Sankey's gone high. Let's Campbell through. He gets a bit of a touch from Brad McClure. And then we go back to the 43 car of Lyons. And Campbell's gone high, and that's let that other car come through, but Sherman's out now by 3 or 4 car lengths over Randall. Hanging on the third, Brad McClure trying to get under Campbell to pick up 4th position, and here comes Mark Lyons in the 43. But look at the pace of Campbell. He just drove straight back past him. He's gone into that corner very high. He'll drift up, the others will come back under him now. But the leader is Sherman. He's got 4 car lengths to Randall. And the pressure's on for 4th place. There's 4 cars battling out. They're on the right flag. The first 3 places are pretty standard. Campbell's gone up till he hit the wall and lost 3 places there, but onto the front straight. It's Sherman. He's went from start to finish. Then Randall. Then Sankey. Then we go back to Frank McClure. Lyons. Then it's the 51 car. Up the flag here. This should be a good race. These boys have been picking it up all night. Looks like a good start there to Rick Sankey, but the car inside the 51 Scott Ball's got away. So Ball leads them out and they settle down onto the back straight. It's Scott Ball coming into the turn, or they're going backwards now, turn 2 into turn 1. And he's under pressure here because we've got Rick Sankey there. Brad McClure's making a run there on Rick Sankey. Then we go back to Hornbill, struggling a little bit going this way. But the race is good, going up. Then Brad McClure. There's not a lot in it here at the front. And one mistake is could all be over and Campbell struggling to get on the curve with a run in this direction. But he's with us now. We'll get and we go back down the line. 43. Sankey, Brad McClure. I just can't quite make the number of who's in front of Campbell in the 13th car. Burns is out there. 59 to the year.
Standard Saloon.
And we've got a new chief steward, Paul Benton's wife's going to let them go for the memorial. She's dropped the flag and away they go. Let's watch out for the greasy conditions here and see who it catches out. But slow and steady at the start here. It's a 34 car. Colin Tate leads them away, but here comes Evans in the 25. But he might struggle for a bit of traction early. They're side by side down the back. It's Tate. Driving on a very neat line. Evans is going to have to go right round him. Little bit of contact, nothing there. Down they go. Coming over the front straight. Evans is up high, struggling to get as I thought he would. Then so it's Tate leads by then Evans. Then we go go back to the 97, I think that is. That's the white car. Then we go to Dan Carrick in the 64. But the 25 car Evans, he's got a bit of grip and he's shot away. As you can see, he went hard onto the brakes there to wash off some speed. Now he's the man to run down. So Evans in the 25. Then it's the 34 car there on Tate. Then making big inroads him is the 97 of White. Then it's Dan Carrick. Then we go to the 14 car of Steve Crudenby. Then it's the 5 car there of Richie, Dennis and Brenda Locke. And the Roval car's gone to the infield. That's a good idea because the leaders are coming right up on him now. Evans is out by 10 car lengths now. They've got to try and run him down. White goes to the second place around the outside there of the 34 car of Tate. Dan Carrick looks like he likes going this way because he's faster this way than the other way. Then we go back to the 14 car of Crudenby, Richie, Dennis and Brenda Locke. But onto the front straight again. He's out by 10 car lengths. The battle is going to be for the minors here, unless something goes wrong with Evans' car. So it's Evans. He's leading out from White, and coming on strong is the Dan Carrick in the 64 car, who's about to make a big run down the back on the 34 car of Tate. So it looks like we've got a new third place getter. But driving very nicely out the front is the car here of Evans. Oh, Dan's nearly thrown it away as they float onto the front straight. Then it's White. And here we go back into Tate and Dan Carrick in the Commodore. Well, he's gone to that corner very sideways, but he held it. That's where the battle is coming back underneath him now. Oh, a little bit of contact there, but there was nothing in it, a bit of accidental racing. But the leader is Evans. He's out by 10, 15 car lengths now. Driven beautifully all night. Then we go back there to the car here of White. Then it's Dan in the 64 car and Tate in the 34 car. Then we come back here. Dennis has gone to the infield. There's the 14 car there of Crudenby, the 5 car of Richie. And around comes Brenda Locke. She's keeping out of trouble. But down the back again. Oh, sorry, coming onto the front straight again. Here's the leader. He stopped there because he couldn't see through the dust, which is a fair call. So the leader out by that 6 or 7 car lengths, to the 97 car White. Dan's trying to make a big run in the